There are 5 habits that I have been built over the years, which has changed my life completely and has a potential to change your life as well. These 5 habits are like my roots, and I continue to do because I know for sure that this 5 practices is going to help me grow much more exponentially from where I am today to where I want to be. And I want to share those 5 habits that has changed my life so that at least one of these things, if you are doing consistently, you will also see the miracles happening in your life. Hey, I'm Dr. Nalini. I'm a baby's brain coach and life transformation coach. I empower parents with children 0 to 6 years to live a holistic lifestyle and unleash their child's genius potential. I'm the founder of Holistic Parenting Universe, where 5,000 plus parents are implementing our whole brain acceleration framework and seeing miracles with their children every single day. So this video is quite a bit different because this is something related to me as a mother, as a human, as an entrepreneur, and everything that every single role that I play in my life. And these are the skills which I have been implementing and incorporated for many years now that has really helped to structure and design the life that I really want to live. And this is just a beginning. So this video is going to help you also to draft out a plan for yourself and give you an idea that success is simple with especially when you have these new habits incorporated in your lifestyle. So let's get started. So first point I would like to share is goals. So I have a notebook like this. Okay, this notebook keeps changing, of course. Once this is over, I'll be getting a new notebook. I have a lot of notebooks like this. I am a person who writes things. I feel more connected when I'm writing. And also there is a scientific research that says that when you write with your handwriting, because each of us have a unique handwriting for us. So when you write it, you are actually giving it a form, a physical form, and also you're getting connected with it as well. So this is my goals notebook for this month. Every single day I have a page which I open and it says write continuously, like all of these things. What are the goals for me? What are the desires that I would love to have? And each day I write 10 goals or 20 goals, depending on how much I really want to write, how much time I can spend in the morning. There are days when I write 20, there are days I write 10 too, on the very next days also. And this is like a constant for me. Every day I do this. I do this. And this has given me a lot of clarity and clarity on what to focus. Anything that is not aligned with this, with the goals that I have, I start to train my mind to actually ignore it or not pay much attention to it. So what happens these days is that I see the things only which is aligned to my goals is coming to my attention, to coming to my way and my mind. And this has given me a lot of clarity in, decluttering all the thoughts which I have, all the tasks which I have, and to plan effectively, efficiently, work towards the goals that I have. And when I write the goals, I do not do smart goals, but actually different types of goals, where I follow my intuition and not the logic much. And there are also the logical things are also there, but it's a combination. So this is the first thing that I do every single day to write the goals. And I don't refer to the previous day's page the next day because I want my neurons to just fire and give me what I want to do in my life. And I'm so wondering that some of the goals keeps changing the priorities and some of them remains constant as the first one and the second one, etc. So I include all of the things like where are the places I would love to visit? What is the kind of family life I should have? What kind of relationships I should have with my husband and my daughter and my other family members? What kind of dream home that I want to live in? What is the kind of car I want to drive? Every single thing. And this is the first step towards manifestation, all these goals. Many of my goals have been manifested over the years, and this is the very first step. So if you're someone who is watching this, try this. Try this. It's going to be really amazing. It's going to be actually very nice when you start your day with writing your goals because you are actually positioning your mind, guiding it towards what you want to see yourself, how you want to see yourself in the next few years. The fourth one I would like to share is one of the other important things which goes hand in hand with the goals that we have just set. The goals is like more on the analytical part, the logical part, the materialistic part. But the emotional part, or the subconscious mind and the language to the universe, is this step, which is called as a gratitude. So when we start appreciate the things which we already possess, then we are actually getting one step closer to what we want more. So we always would love to, have things which we like. If you like one ice cream, you would love to have that ice cream again. You would love to have that cake again. If you love to have the sambar sadam again. But if you don't like something, you will not get it again. You won't want to get it again. So what are the things that we are actually having right now, which we can appreciate and which we can actually share the appreciation, share the gratitude, the heartfelt gratitude towards? That is going to do a lot of changes, lot of difference in your daily life. Because our human minds usually focus on the things which we don't want to see, don't want to experience. We always have that tendency to complain of the things which we don't have. Oh my God, I don't have this amount of money. I don't have this amount, this kind of time for me to do this exercise. I don't have the support. And even in our children, right? We always focus on the things which we do not want to see in them. We see that they're so hyper, they don't want to sit, they're not learning, they're not concentrating, they're not focusing. All of the don'ts and not is being done. That is what our minds get attention. And we keep talking about it over and over and over. So we have to break that pattern and we have to bring it to a different pattern, like where your mind sees what is that you really want to have. Because what you think is what you are going to get. It's just like that. Okay. If you are going and taking water from the well, you will get water. If you're going and taking mud from the well, it's going to be the mud that is going to come out. So what we want is what we are going to get. So if you keep concentrating on the things that you don't want, unfortunately, that is what you're going to get over and over and over. But if you're focusing on things that you want, you will be getting that. So it's just that very fine difference between why you attract the same things over and over. So you might have seen that people who are successful attract success over and over and over. And people who are even going into failure, they're attracting failure over and over and over. How you can make a shift and make a change and differences by changing your thoughts, by focusing on the things you want rather than things you do not want. And the best way to do is to share the gratitude. Because when you do the gratitude, you are putting out to the universe that you really like this, you really have love this experience of this of yours that you are living right now. And trust me, this is going to be an amazing challenge in the beginning, because there are sometimes you may feel like there is nothing that I can be grateful for today. And still, if you can find at least one thing that you can be grateful for today, that's the win. That's the whole purpose of your living. That's the whole purpose of your whole day, right? So you can do this gratitude either in the morning or in the night or on the both the times. So I love to do this in the morning all by myself, just before the goals. In fact, before the goals, I write the gratitude first and then I'll open the goals. And in the night, I do it with my daughter. So my daughter is now 4 years, but we have been doing this since she was 3. So every night when we go to sleep, we do this sharing of gratitude. Like, what are the 3 things that you feel grateful for? And she will share from her day, what are the 3 things that she feels grateful for, and I will say mine. So likewise, we are doing this. I would suggest all the parents to also follow this gratitude and also teach your children as well. The third thing that I would like to share with you is that there is nothing, sometimes our dreams are very big. Sometimes it's not just sometimes, but many times the dreams that we have, the future self that we want to see ourselves, is completely contradictory to the current one, the present one. And we may be feeling that, I want to buy this, but I don't have money to even buy this. And we constantly keep comparing our current reality with the future self that we would love to pick up. So this contradiction actually, if it goes, because this is your logical mind telling you that this is not possible, you can't have this, you can't do this, you can't even do this, you don't even have time for this, how can you do that? right? So all of these things are your logical mind telling you all the possibilities for not being able to do this. But how you can actually make the manifestations come true faster, accelerated, and easier and effortless is by surrendering to the process, of course, surrendering to the process, surrendering to the journey that you are going to live. And the tool which I use is called as the visualization. So visualization is a great tool for you because when you visualize, you are imagining your future self or the goals that you have or the results that you want to achieve. And what happens during this process is that our subconscious mind is seeing those images that you are visualizing, and our subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what is happening for real and what is happening in your imagination. Because for your subconscious mind, everything is the photographic memory. So whatever you are imagining is also being considered as something that is happening. So the subconscious mind gets that signal. So when you visualize something, there are high chances that you are going to get it. Even in fact, all the sports people, if you look at them, they use this tool whenever they are going out to play. They visualize. People who are visualizing like how they win are the ones who win the same way. And this can be applied in everything that you do. So for example, how do I make this as my lifestyle? Is that the very first thing I do in the morning, right after I wake up, I go to the bathroom, I brush my teeth, and I come to the living room and I sit in my hall and I'll just visualize my day, how I want it to go. Okay. So I just close my eyes and I just visualize. I just imagine I'm cooking, I am getting my daughter ready for school, and then I am taking my bath and writing my goals. I'm doing my gratitudes, and then if I have the calls with my community members, I'll do that. And then I'm just imagining everything in my mind the whole day. And then after school, I spend time with my daughter doing our learning activities, and then we go out for her sports classes or whatever that we want, make dinner together, and then have dinner, go for sleep, happily sleeping. So all of these things I visualize. This is like a daily routine that I do. And there are also special visualization practices that I do to rewire my money mindset, to visualize a particular goal. Is, for example, like January we have our holistic parenting retreat which is coming up. And for now, if I think that just all of those things, it feels like so scary and all of that. So I start to visualize about the retreat. I just close my eyes and I just let the intuition guide me, the universe guide me on my visualization process for those kind of goals. And you know what? Last year, when I was doing the HPR, the Holistic Parenting Retreat, the same thing I did. And you won't believe that the visions that I got inside during those visualizations were the ones that exactly happened in the retreat. So I know that whatever is coming into my mind during those visualization, I also allow the intuition to guide me through this process, especially on the things which is not in my control very much. So I just let my intuition to guide me through. For all the other things, like every day morning, I'll do this activity, not as an activity, but as a routine, just to have, just to tuning my mind to be prepared for it. Okay. So this is one of the powerful tools, very, very powerful tools. If you're someone, if you're a parent, especially, if you are feeling that, you are always yelling at your child, this is one of the key tools which you can use. In the morning, just visualize the whole day where you are being so soft and gentle. You're able to regulate your emotions. You're able to regulate your child's emotions. You can manage the whole day with effortlessly and easily. And you will start to see the responses you do with your child and with other people in the family changes at least 1 degree shift. And every single day when you continue practicing it, it's going to make a lot of difference. And the second one, again, my very favorite thing is to do is doing the reflections. So this is a exercise which I don't really do every day, but I do at least once in a week, just reflecting on whatever is I've been doing. There are so many things that we are juggling in. We are doing our house chores, we are taking care of children, we're taking care of ourselves, we're taking care of our business or career, we are taking care of so many things, and we are consuming a lot of information online. And we are constantly being, in occupied with something. But the question is that, are you really enjoying this process? Or are you really enjoying whatever you are doing right now? This is a question that comes to me. Every week, I just reflect back on that particular week, thinking whether my everything is aligned or not. Because you will get to know when you're not aligned, you will get to know your energy levels will not be high. You will be very much, tense all the time, nervous all the time, or anxious all the time, or always yelling or always shouting, not really putting in that effort in taking action, complaining, blaming, all of these things are not going to help us grow. So, reflecting on your current week is going to help you to make adjustments for the next week, because this is not something that has been done already and dusted. It's not like that. It's a continuous evolvement that we are doing. So, say for example, if something I do not enjoy from the last week, I will try to change it. I will try to make it a little bit different the next week and think about how I can make it interesting for me. Say, for example, if I had been going for gym and every week or 2 days in a week I'm going, and I'll just think about it whether if say for example if I have put my mind to going to gym for 5 days in the week and I have not gone after 2 days. So that is a point for reflection. Why I did not, why was not able to go to gym for 5 days? What are the reasons that could be? Is it really it's because of the external reasons or because of the internal things? So if it's something external, I'll be thinking whether this external factor is going to continue for the next week also, which is going to affect my routine of going to gym, or is it something that is going to be just done already this week, it's gone, so next week I can try again. So if based on that I'll decide. If it's something internal, like whether I don't really enjoy the gym sessions, then I will be thinking about, okay, what are the other things that I would love to explore? How I can make this goal come true with various other options. What are the different options I can try? So reflecting on your week is going to help you with the choices that you can make, because nothing is written on the stone. Nothing is rigid as such. So the earlier you catch it, the earlier you change it, the success is yours. So even if it is a gratitude practice, um, or goal writing, if you think that okay, the last 5 days, how many days did I write the gratitude? How many days did I write the goals? If you find yourself doing it only 2 times the week or 3 times a week, then reflect why you didn't do it every day. So you can reflect and check whether it's because of the time or the feasibility or how I can make it more differently. So if you are traveling and you don't have that note and pen with you all the time, can you write it in your notes in the phone, or can you just visualize the gratitudes, visualize the goals? Can that be done for that time, for being that consistent, for building that routine? That is what the reflection can do to you. So whenever we are making, so I was that person, whenever I want to do something, I can't make it a habit. It's just I'll do for few days and then I cannot do it. There are a lot of things that just got stuck. Even though there was a high motivation in the beginning to start this, to do this, etc. Only after 2 3 days, I will not even do it. I will not even think about it after the week. So when I started to do the reflections, I started to see why I was not able to do it. And it was not my fault. I always acknowledge, because whenever I'm reading a book, earlier I used to think like, oh my God, I've just started this book and I'm not able to complete it. I'm not reading it properly. I'm not making time for it. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that, etc. And then I started to accept, okay, if I'm not able to read that book, maybe the book is not so exciting to me right now. Maybe the content of that book is not important to me right now, because for sure, I know if it is important to me right now, and if it is interesting, which matches my level of reading, then I'm sure then I would have definitely done it, right? So I started to accept it. And I also started to reflect on what are the other options I can have to make this goal come true. And I started to change the process. Say, if I want to go to gym is a process, but what is the goal? To lose weight or to be fit. What is your goal? Accordingly, even if I don't enjoy gym, maybe I can do a daily dancing, Zumba, or yoga to achieve the same goal. So, likewise, I change the process. And the last one, which I'm going to share with you, is a mind blowing concept. And it's very, very simple. And I've been doing this like every single second, every single minute, even while I'm talking with you. So it is called the observation. It's a superpower. I can clearly tell you that this is one of the biggest superpower that I have unleashed for myself. No, and I truly believe that this has the potential to change everything. To, just like reflection, but observation is really going deep and observing every single thing. And it may be like in the beginning, you maybe have to consciously tune yourself to observe the things on certain areas. And then it becomes your lifestyle and you do it over and over and over and over. So, um, this observation that I'm observing a lot actually done when I started to observe my daughter when she was born. We get that particular skill of observing our children very much deeply, especially when they're so young, because we are constantly observing whether they are hungry, whether they are sleeping, whether any ant is biting them, etc. Right? So that is the power of observation that we can continue to have. So I've been using this process with my daughter where I keep observing based on what she's doing right now, and I'll give her opportunities accordingly. So if you know that in whole brain acceleration, we do flashcards, we do intuition activities, we do photographic memory activities. All of these are tools, but the content for those tools is based on what my child is doing right now. I always look forward on what are the things that she really likes right now, what are the things that she's always talking about or thinking about or saying about or playing. So those are the content for these tools which I use for her brain stimulation. Even today, she's 4 years now. Even today, when she was playing piano, I started observing that okay, she is actually trying to learn, but she's not able to see which one is C, which one is D. So mentally, I'm making a note that I have to do something about it so that she can be very easy accessible to that piano keys. And I was also mentally preparing myself to make flashcards on the piano keys. And when she was writing something on the board, I observed that okay, she's writing this. Okay, let me give her the next step. So when I just saw that she's adding things from the real objects, so I gave her an addition worksheet. So everything is an observation that I do with my daughter. The same observation which I have been doing with my daughter has now become so much part of our lifestyle that everything I used to be observing, if my energy is low, I start to observe what is the thing where I'm feeling my energy is low. Who are the people I'm surrounding myself with when I'm feeling low? So that is one thing. When I'm feeling empowering and confident, where do I feel that? So whenever I'm feeling empowering, immediately I will be observing who are the people around me, what is the kind of things that I'm doing that is making me that empowerment feeling and confidence and all of that. And what I've also observed is that observing my own body, I don't really go with a particular diet plan or a fitness training, but I actually listen to my body more closely. So if I feel that I have a craving towards something, I do not suppress it, but actually go and have it. At the same time, the next, there are times when I feel like I don't want to eat much. I'll respect it. So I've been constantly observing my body whenever I'm doing my workouts or any of my fitness related activities. Also, I always listen to my body and just go with that. So this observation is also applied in our relationships. So when I feel that I'm always being, just a little bit of irritated, uh, I'll observe the tone of my voice. Oh my God, I'm talking a little bit rude. So how can I make this different? So that observation is something that is happening in the back of the mind, is keep on running, and it's something that has really helped me. All the other things come together, whether your goals is there, whether your gratitude is there, everything has to come together, and that will come together only with your observation. So i I hope I have covered everything in detail in this video itself, but if there is anything that you want me to go further in detail, comment that word in the comments, So I'll make that video for you next. If you have not subscribed to my channel, go and subscribe right now so that you don't miss out any of the videos that I post for you.